what's going on, everyone? It's Chris, and welcome back to some more Manic Maniac recaps and predictions, and a continued Survivor podcast with my good friend, Gocubs711.
I don't understand when you go to the laundry room and you try to fucking just do your laundry, and then the dryer doesn't dry your clothes, and you're just sitting here with a pile of damp fucking clothes, but you don't have an extra dollar with you because you would think it would work the first time, but no.
Bad day.
Damp fucking clothes.
Bad day.
No, it was 2 days ago.
Okay, alright. So welcome everyone to the Survivor
Today
podcast.
was
cool. Alright.
Today's good because I'm with you.
Oh, stop. Okay, so we are up to episode 11, and I have no idea when the finale is.
Nah.
For this show. I feel like it's like coming so close, but yet it's so far.
We're down to final 6 now?
Final 7.
Final 7.
Final
My
7. But it's getting there. It might, they might do like it could be next week, because they sometimes have it be like the final 5.
Right.
Beating the finale. Who knows? Alright, so anyways, in this episode, that last aired was a doozy. We kick things off the morning after Tribal, where Shireen is still upset over Will's harsh comments. Don't blame her.
No, not at all.
In particular,
Sorry, too.
In particular, she brings up Will's assertion that he wasn't verbally assaulting her, while he was literally verbally
assaulting her.
That does shock me too. Like, just you have this. I mean, you should say that you're wrong, but I mean, it'd be better to say that you verbally assaulted her and that you weren't wrong than say that you didn't verbally assault her and you were wrong. I mean, I don't understand the logic there. I think that there's just something wrong there. Just something that's not clicking in his head. So Dan lets her know that he feels bad about what happened. Oh my god, Dan, this fucking episode, like, oh my god.
I can't handle.
Dan lets her know that he feels bad about what happened. However, he does this in the slow, insincere Dan voice he used to apologize to Sierra. He follows this up by letting us know that he thinks Shireen is a two-faced liar and that it's karma and she deserved it.
NBD.
God fucking damn it. I mean, I guess the guys on this island are just a bunch of idiots, except for Tyler. Tyler's the only one that has not proven to be an idiot in this.
Right. Tyler's been, despite playing on 7 professional football teams, pretty smart.
Yeah. Maybe not a NFL kicker, but I mean he's smart nonetheless. So I fucking don't know what I don't know what to say about Dan. So anyways, we get to the reward challenge. Fun times are ahead. The tribes will be split into 2 teams of 4. Okay, is this just me, or do you hate when they make tribes for the reward challenge after the merge? I don't
really hate that.
For me, for some reason, I just hate that. I don't know why. I don't understand. I feel like it adds to the drama when it's everyone by themselves and then someone wins and then they have to choose someone. I feel like it takes away from that extra drama that they can include it. But they're just like, oh yeah, we'll just divide it into teams. I'm just like,
I don't know. I kind of like a good mix between the 2 types of challenges.
No, I agree too, but it's just, for some reason, it just gets, like, I'm just like, they're not as entertaining to me, for whatever reason. But I get it. So Mike, Shireen, Sierra, I'm sorry, I should explain the challenge first.
Right.
So they'll use...
That would only make sense.
That would only make sense. So they'll use 4 barrels, a piece of rope, and 2 planks to cross a stretch of land. If a player or a plank touches the ground, they'll have to start over. I completely forgot about this challenge.
This is one of my favorite challenges.
This was a really interesting one. The first team to get to the end gets a catamaran ride.
Catamaran. It's a boat.
I don't know, boats. Complete with burgers and pie. Delicious. Yum. So, the teams were Mike, Shireen, Sierra, and Ronnie, and Carolyn, Tyler, Dan, and Will. Now, as much as I do love Carolyn and Tyler, I fucking did not want them to win with Dan and Will on their team.
Yeah.
I did not.
I wanted them to win, just Tyler won.
Yeah, fuck. I'd rather have Mike and Shireen win, and that's saying something. So...
No, I would not. I would not.
And then we start the challenge, and this immediately reminds me of when I was younger, when I played like lava on the floor.
The floor is lava.
The floor is lava. You said that you played it too, right? Like
yeah,
just, like,
of course.
When you're just kind of like trying to parkour in your living room, and then you end up getting hurt somehow because you're too hyper. But anyways.
And a dumbass.
And oh whoa, okay. Listen.
Every 2-year-old is a dumbass.
Yeah, very true. So.
And if you're 2 years old and watching this, stop watching this.
Yeah.
Why are you on the internet? Go away. This isn't safe.
I don't know. I don't understand why they would even be able to watch it. I feel like we just sound like the Charlie Brown parents. Like I don't know. Anyways, so the challenge starts and it is very awkward. The red team employs a stand-up barrel approach, while Mike is using himself as a human plank. Very nice job, Mike. His tall, like, muscular body is just being stepped on by all the ladies and Rodney.
Yep. Oh, Rodney.
Actually, I'm sorry, all the ladies. Period. So the Blues have a decent lead.
That was clever. I'm sorry.
The Blues
that actually was funny. I didn't mean for that to sound sarcastic.
It's okay. So the Blues have a decent lead when a mental lapse has them putting a plank on the ground. Probst sends them back. Rip.
Yeah, fuck you, Mike.
So then the Blues hilariously...
That was the dumbest thing.
Yeah. Then the Blues hilariously try to individually barrel roll to the end. This does not work. And Red's slow and steady approach wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. So Dan says that he feels
Except
bad.
in that Mazda commercial.
I fucking hated that commercial, to be honest with you.
Me too.
I do not like that at all. Dan says he feels bad that Ronnie hasn't had no reward yet, and Probst offers him the opportunity to trade with him, but Ronnie lets Dan off the hook. I remember last season when they just did that constantly.
I know.
I was just kind of like, really? What's
Take
the point?
your damn reward.
Yeah, I was just like, what's the point in then watching these... Go ahead.
It's not the best way to strategize either.
Yeah, like maybe once or twice is nice, but then doing it for the whole competition, it's like, stop, please. Like, I find it frustrating when you have like all these people like trading up. It's like, what's the point in like playing the reward challenge?
In competing, yeah.
Yeah, like what's the point actually just watching it and just being like, okay, well then you just have a random selection of people at the end. Doesn't really matter who wins. Like, it's just like, fuck you. I did not like that whole thing.
Nah, that was dumb.
So then back at camp, Sierra tells Ronnie that Tyler is going to win if he gets to the end. So that was the first time that we actually saw someone target maybe one of the biggest threats. Pretty much the biggest threat in the game right now.
Well, when people targeted Joe, that they were targeting the big threat.
Right. I mean, like, as of, like... Yeah, I could see what I mean. Although I feel like Joe is, like, more alone when Tyler actually had allies, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. So then... Ronnie isn't very concerned, though, because he's running the show and he has the 3 C's. I fucking can't with that guy. Cock, and more cock. Although
Talking
that has
about chickens, of course.
Yes, right, exactly. All the chickens that they keep on killing and making Jen cry. Oh, wait, Jen's gone. Oh, well. Alright, so on the reward boat ride, Tyler, Will, Carolyn, and Dan are psyched that they don't have to talk about the game because Mike and Shireen aren't there. And then Dan says that Mike is like Teflon because no matter how much he screws up, he manages to fix it. That is not what Teflon does.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, well then, now, at this point, there's not really a lot of action. Then they go right into the immunity challenge. The players will hold out onto a handle that is supporting 25% of their body weight. The last man and woman holding onto their weight will win immunity. So keep in mind that this is there's going to be a male immunity and a woman immunity.
Just the fact that there are two.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Pretty insane, I think so. You know, I was kind of looking at this, though. There were 5 guys competing against each other and 3 girls.
Yeah.
So, like, I just felt like, I guess the competition was just easier for the girls and harder for the guys, but I don't know. I found a guy.
That's how it works.
Although, Dan and Will drop out very soon, so it doesn't really matter.
Like always.
So, I guess it is an even battle at that point. So, anyways, so essentially it goes Sierra, she's out, and then Tyler, Will, and Dan, they all get out as well. And then we're down to Rodney, Mike, and then Carolyn versus Sierra. It's just Shireen, rather. So Shireen's really struggling, and then she can't hold on, and then Carolyn wins. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And then Dan tries to inspire Rodney with the words of wisdom, but it doesn't help because he drops out. And then Mike, for the second time in a row, pulls a Joe and wins immunity for the second week.
You said second time.
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's whatever it is. So time for Mike to play the idol Malcolm style and let the final 6 turn on each other, right? Well,
right.
It seems though when you go back to camp though that Shireen is going to be the target. So Shireen talks to Dan and tells him that they'd be dumb to get rid of her because she's not a threat. Dan. Yes, I agree. Yes, of course.
Yes. So yeah. I can't go on with that anymore.
Dan agrees with her, but he isn't going to do anything about it because fucking he's Dan. So then later, Shireen lets Sierra know that there isn't a final 6 at the last tribal. Sierra says she'd get rid of Tyler if she had the numbers. So then Tyler goes digging through Dan's bag to learn about his advantage. I thought this was a very interesting thing that keeps on happening. Yeah, I don't like the idea of people going through other people's bags.
No, that's a little bit like sketchy, but it's a game, and it's not like you're gonna have anything in your bag that will like destroy your personal life.
Correct, but I also think it's still their personal items, and they shouldn't be looking through it. Just period. I mean, it's your personal items, whether it would cause controversy or not. It's personal items, and the fact that Tyler just kind of grabbed the whole bag and was just like, yeah, he got some sort of advantage, so let me find it. I guess if it's in his bag, it's pretty big, so he wouldn't be looking for long. But the idea that someone would just take his bag, I don't know. I think I'm not just blaming Tyler here because it's happened all the time on Survivor when someone just takes someone's bag and it's just like, oh look, immunity idol or the clue or advantage, and it's just like what? Why?
I just thought it was funny that Boston Rob, if you are any sort of Survivor fan and have been watching for more than 5 years, you should know who Boston Rob is. Right. Not even 5 years, but he tweeted, "Wow, you left your idol in your bag. Rookie mistake," or something along those lines.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I do feel though, like, I mean, I kind of agree with that tweet, whether that be sarcastic or not. I do.
No,
sort
don't
of
leave your
agree.
shit in your bag. You hide it underground, or no one can find it.
Right, but no one should be looking in your bag in the first place. That's the thing. I know it happens a lot on Survivor, and I agree it should be buried somewhere, but no one should be looking through your bag. I think that's just it's a violation no matter what. And I think it's just really annoying. But that's, again, just me.
Just a theory.
Just a theory. A
game theory.
God fucking damn it, why are we the same person? Alright, so Tyler... so then Tyler goes digging through Dan's bag to learn about his advantage. And he shares the info with Carolyn and declares that Dan-Sierra alliance is too dangerous. This was bound to happen. Dan and Sierra were the ones that were on the outs of that 4 alliance that they had. Will, Carolyn, Tyler, and Rodney. So...
yeah.
It was bound to happen sooner or later. And so now it looks like Tyler's kind of targeting Dan. And Shireen and Mike, they're trying to target Tyler. And who knows what's going to happen. But everyone else is pretty much targeting Shireen. And you're like, yeah, probably Shireen's going home. So, we get to Tribal. And Shireen explains that Jeff essentially asks her again about like her backstory and regarding the whole abusive relationship thing, and Shireen explains that her relationship with her mother is strained due to what they've been through. Dan says he understands because he's adopted.
That made absolutely no sense. Also, if you heard my... I get that, like, yeah, like, people...
No! Don't even try to make sense of it!
No, okay, well, okay. This is what I was just saying. Like, people who are adopted have, like, a little bit harder time getting adjusted, but adoption hopefully goes into a family that cares. Spring's family was abusive.
Right, no, I absolutely agree. One of the things that I love, though, is that he was saying that he was adopted, and he kept on saying, like, yes, I was adopted. I understand.
I was adopted. I understand everything.
So then Jeff goes ahead and asks, oh, so then, he says, oh, so you have experienced this type of abuse, and he was just like, I was adopted. He just keep on going. He's just like... What the hell? You know, I was just like, what? What is wrong with these people? All of them are just idiots. I don't understand.
This is the worst cast of Survivor.
So...
started out alright.
I just... Oh my god. So Shireen points out that Will hasn't apologized yet. And then Will said he won't apologize because it wouldn't be sincere. I mean...
yeah.
Good job booking that jury.
Yeah. I'm wondering what I think about that.
And now for our portion of the Survivor podcast, Go Cubs go static, and we can't understand a single word he's saying.
Am I really that bad?
Sort of.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, I'm starting to hear you again. Can you repeat what you last said?
Oh, I forgot.
No. Well, we were talking about Will and his lack of wanting to apologize.
It was something along the lines of this is a really shitty cast.
Yeah, okay. Well, I also think that it's just, I mean, at least he's honest, I guess.
Yeah?
I mean... yeah, and then Gordon Holmes points out that that is solid jury management, and that is, he's gonna win. He's gonna get Shireen's vote. All right, so
he's gonna win the game. Do good.
$1 million going to the sandwiches.
Cabbage.
What? I said sandwiches because he offered to make sandwiches in the beginning of the season.
No, I'm on Pokemon Showdown right now, and someone just sent out a Pokemon that is nicknamed Cabbage.
We're in the middle of a podcast. You're playing Pokemon. God, you know what? No, I'm just gonna keep on going. Whatever.
No, just keep coming.
All right, so
Shireen
says that she's
I'm paying
going.
attention.
says that she's going home. She knows that she's going home, and that's a big mistake. And she just goes ahead and says right out that Tyler's the real threat. And then Tyler claims that his alliance knows that he's loyal to them. And I mean, I guess that it's not really the argument that Serena's trying to get, but I get where he's trying to say, like, yeah, I'm loyal to them. As long as I'm loyal to them, I should stay in the game. So then Sierra points out that she's one vote and doesn't have the power to do anything. And Mike knows that if he wins immunity one more time, then they'll have to attack each other. He wants them all to vote for Tyler.
Yeah.
So Rodney says that they were a strong 7 until Mike's stratagem. What the fuck? Okay. Stratagem, yeah. Before they vote, Mike takes out his... Okay, this is when all the shit hits the fan, and it immediately became
as if it hadn't already.
As if it hadn't already, and it has easily become one of the best episodes of the season. So before they vote, Jeff asks if anyone has anything else to say, and Mike says, actually, and he goes ahead, takes out his idol, displays it for everyone to see. The jury sees it, his castaways see it, everyone sees it, and he says that he's going to play it for Shireen. He then says that Shireen is going to vote for Tyler, and he's going to vote for someone else.
A random person. One random other person.
One random other person. And so, it's not, and since he has the idol, and the immunity necklace around him, it's ultimately that they all have to now turn on each other. So, you see that Shireen votes for Tyler, and the rest of the votes are secret. You hear Tyler say, I hope this works. And he puts his vote in, and then everyone's back. Probst goes and tallies and returns. So Dan did not use his secret power in this instant.
Nope.
He asks if someone wants to play an idol, and Mike takes his idol and puts it back in his pocket. Now,
love you, girl.
Yes, he says, love you, girl. Puts it back in his pocket. We've got one vote for Tyler. One vote for Shireen. One vote for Dan. One vote for Tyler. One vote for Shireen. One vote for Dan. One vote for Shireen. And then the 12th person to be eliminated from Survivor Worlds Apart. The fourth member of the jury is Shireen. Now,
thank God.
Yeah. Well, everyone is the alliance is like applauding. Mike seems bummed out, but guess who really won that tribal?
yeah. No, that was a really good play for Mike. I don't like the guy, but I gotta hand it to him. He played that pretty damn well.
I don't know whether his plan going into it was to actually save Shireen or just trick people into voting against each other. Now, even though it did not go like 100%, Shireen still went. He planted the seed, that awful seed that breaks up alliances. He got Tyler to vote for Dan, and he got Will to vote for Dan. And Mike kind of went against his word. He ended up also voting for Tyler. Instead of actually voting for, quote, a random other person. But boy, has now the lines been drawn. And,
the preview for next episode was so...
So, according to the previews, Tyler is now scrambling, sort of. Like, he has to now explain to Dan the whole thought process of it all. And who knows if Dan's going to accept it or not. And I should say, Rodney is sick of the game. He wants to get voted out next. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But it is time to place our predictions for next episode. Since I actually first in picking my person off camera.
This time.
I will be the one to actually say my person first that I think is going to be eliminated, and that is Dan. And the reason why
why is it Dan, Chris?
Well, I mean, listen, I think Tyler has enough power in this game that he's not going to be going home next week. Mike has an immunity out. It's obvious that he's not going to go next week. The only two candidates that I can really see going this week that have like legitimate reason is Dan and Rodney. Dan, hands down, he has like this hidden power, and it's going to end up hurting him that people know about this power now, and they're going to try to strike him before he can strike anyone else.
That's a very good point.
For you, Go Cubs, who do you predict?
Well, like Chris said, not very many people to choose from this week. However, I think Ronnie's going to go just because he's a little bitch.
And that's just period. Just.
Do I have to say anything else?
Well, I mean, it's your choice. You're making the pitch. He's a little bitch. Is that it?
He's pretty bitch.
Yeah, he's a bitch, and he wants out. He wants out, and people might actually grant him his wish. So who knows? Well, that's the end of this podcast. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I just want tomorrow to come so we can watch probably another really interesting episode. Hopefully it's not that boring.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
Now, Go Cubs, is there anything else that you'd like to say before we leave?
Yeah, the current state of our economy is really... No, I'm not going to continue with that.
All right, jeez. All right. Go a little politico here. All right. So, thank you all so much for watching. My name's Magic Maniac. That's Gocubs711.
And my name is Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. And we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Oh, fuck. What's the Full House theme?
Whatever happened to the milkman, the paper boy, and even the baby?